Hello everyone, today we're going to be showing you how to build a computer. Now here's all the parts we'll be using, and I'll explain a little bit about what each one does. Okay, so this is your motherboard. You have your motherboard is what connects all of your stuff together. Like you put your RAM right here, processor right here, or CPU, and you put in network cards or graphics cards right here for different stuff. You plug in your USB right along here, your front panel stuff in here to turn your computer on. Plug in your hard drives right here, or older hard drives right here, and you power it by plugging the power supply in right here and over here, if you can see it. Okay, now this is your RAM. This is your random access memory. It stores data that your computer programs can get to quickly if they need to. This is your input-output shield on the back, or I/O shield. It just keeps your motherboard contacts from getting damaged. And this is your processor. Now it processes everything on the motherboard, and depending on what kind of purposes you want to use your computer for, you can get more cores if you want to do rendering and stuff with that, or you can get around a 4-core or so if you want to do just gaming and stuff. Okay, right here you have your graphics cards. Normally a computer would either have it built into the motherboard itself, or you would actually install one of these, because some motherboards don't have any graphics cards at all, so you have to have one of these. But basically, the better one of these you get, the better your system will do games or render stuff if your program uses the graphics card for it. And this is your CPU cooler. The heatsink on the bottom of it will sit directly on the processor and take the heat directly away, and then this will disperse the heat throughout your case so the other fans can take it away. And these are your hard drives. Usually you can have anywhere from 1 to how many ever you want, and you can get them these days anywhere from 500 gigabytes to around 10 terabytes. Or you can get solid state hard drives, which are much faster, anywhere from 16 gigabytes to around 2 terabytes.
Alright, I'll be showing you how to assemble the computer. You normally want to assemble the computer on the outside, so put everything onto the motherboard first and then put it into the case. So first things first, we're going to start with the processor. So this here is the processor, and you want to line it up with the pin, which there will normally be a mark on it, so that's pin 1. So on the motherboard where the socket's at, there will be another arrow which is located over here, and normally you'll pull up this little lever, you'll drop the CPU in there, careful, and then crank her down. Next step is we're going to put the RAM in, and you want to make sure you use just one channel instead of both. So you want to line up the RAM with the notch and with the same notch into the motherboard. So make sure you line it up straight, and then just push down. You'll hear the click. Make sure the little tabs go inside. Go ahead and close those. Then we'll do it again for the other one. So we'll put the RAM in where the slot's at, and then just push down, and those are installed. Alright, next step is we're going to put the CPU fan and cooler on. So this has little notches that you'll put the fan bracket on, so you want to line it up. And then push down, and there we go. And then you want to plug it in to the CPU fan power, and there you go. Next thing we'll be doing is assembling the computer into the case. The first thing we have to put in is the I/O shield. Just push on it and it should click in there. Alright, now we can put the motherboard in. And you want to come in and put the motherboard in. Like that. And then you want to screw down the motherboard in all these little areas here. Alright, the motherboard is in with all the screws, so the next step is we're going to put the graphics card in. And this one will have a little set screw up here. Alright, next we're going to be installing the 2 hard drives that came with this. So we'll take them here, slide it in to where you should be able to see the holes. There it is. Alright, the next step is we're going to put the big old power supply in. So we'll come in here and we'll just slide it in at the bottom. Alright, the power supply is in, and it's held in with 4 screws with the screw holes there. And after you've been putting in everything, this is the final product, and make sure cable management is well organized.
Okay, so I hope that's given you more information on how to build a computer. And I keep in mind, normally cases these days will have better ways of doing cable management so it doesn't look like a rat's nest like this. But anyway, one thing you might want to do, every 6 months you're supposed to blow the dust out of your computer case with a can of compressed air or an air compressor or something like that. And yeah, that's how you build a computer.